Hold on. You a private. I'm an NCO. Why do you feel like this is okay?
Hey girl, Why this make you feel like though? Why this make you feel like though? Why this make you feel like though? Girl, come wine till you broke off your back, broke off your back.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title, today's video is going to be all about sexual assault, you guys. Sexual assault, sexual harassment in the Army. I can't speak for any other branch. I really can't even speak for the Army. I can only speak for my experiences and what I've seen and heard from myself. So I put on Instagram and I asked you guys what kind of military content you guys wanted to see, and you guys were basically saying sharp. You guys gave me a lot of good ideas, which I am going to be implementing within the next, I can't talk, I'm high on this pill, which I will be implementing within the next couple of weeks. But today I was like, you know what, let me come and actually sit down and talk to them about sexual assault and sexual harassment in the military, which happens quite often. I'm gonna be honest, if shit probably happens every day. So I got a lot of messages from you guys. I get messages from young female soldiers every day, future soldiers, soldiers already in. I get messages from you guys every day, and the message that I always get is, I always get this question: should I join the Army? I'm afraid to be sexually assaulted or raped. Now, when I say this, I don't want you guys to take offense to it, or I'm not saying this to hurt anyone's feeling or downplay anybody's story, because I've definitely been there before, right? Number one, you can get sexually assaulted, sexually harassed anywhere. Like, you don't have to be in the military. You can get it, obviously, like, you can get raped, God forbid. Ooh, God forbid. This, first of all, let me back up. This topic is going to be sensitive, so if you can't handle it, get out the kitchen, because we finna be really, like, talking about this shit. But it can happen anywhere, you guys. Like, don't put sexual assault just on the Army. It can literally happen anywhere. Like, anywhere to anyone, men, women. It can happen anywhere to anyone. Now, me being in the Army, I will be honest, it is very common, right? But you can't blame the Army because of the people. Like, you can't blame the Army itself. Is just an organization. The people join the Army every fucking day, you guys. Every day, every day. I don't know if the Army don't screen and do psychological tests or what, but there are people in your formations to your left and right that are, you know, people that do rape, I guess. Like, I don't know how to explain it. There are some creeps out here, like, for real. Now, it exists, you guys. I keep telling y'all, like, y'all don't listen to me. It exists. It is, I think it's really common for females that are at their first duty station, that are young, and that live in the barracks. Now, that is where I can see sexual assault and sexual harassment happening a lot. You guys know I lived in the barracks for 7 years. 7 fucking years, you guys. I lived in the barracks for a very long time, and I know the environment. I see the environment. I see how things happen, and I also see how liquor gets involved, and you know, you can cross that thin line between rape and I don't remember, because that's a whole different subject, girl, because I'm telling y'all, we're really gonna talk about this shit, okay? So y'all know the Army has a SHARP program, right? Keep it a stack, be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be honest, I never really trusted the SHARP program up until I got to Fort Hood. So I'm gonna give you guys actually a little scoot off because the sun keeps coming at me, like in my eye. So y'all already know I got my Vanessa Guillen shirt on because I am Vanessa Guillen, period. Yeah, so I really do think that, first of all, I'm gonna talk to the ladies, the young women that live in the barracks that are young, right? Let me tell y'all something. First things first, you need to watch who you surround yourself with. There's a lot of dudes in the Army that live in the barracks, these young cats, that will act like they're your friend just to get you drunk so they can take advantage of you. So, oh my fucking God. So they can take advantage of you. It's really like that. That happens everywhere though. Like I was trying to tell y'all, that shit happens everywhere. So in my instance, from what I've seen, it's a lot of young girls, right? They're at their first duty station. They don't really know how to make friends. They're in that awkward stage of like, I want my coworkers to like me. Like, what should I expect, etc. And of course, you know, being in the military, we drink a lot. I don't know, I remember when I first made my YouTube channel, people used to comment like, oh my God, I can't believe she drinks so much. Everybody drinks, girl. You have to drink. You have to, like, well, you don't have to drink, but you have to find a way to cope with all your stressors and all the things you're going through. And when I first got to my first duty station, I was not a drinker. Like, I didn't really drink before I joined the army till I got to the army, and I started like drinking that shit like water. Like, I never needed a chaser, you guys. I used to just drink. And as much as we don't want to admit it, you guys, drinking plays a big part of your, how do you say? Of course, you being able to consent. You feel me? So I have been in situations where I'll drink. Oh, how do I say this? We just gonna have to keep it real. I don't want to, because it's like I want to say stuff, but then I also don't want anyone to judge me, and then I also don't want to offend anyone. But like, we really have to have these conversations as grown ass. We're grown as hell. We are grown as women. Like, I've been in situations where if I like somebody and I'm nervous, I have to drink a little bit so I can relax. You know what I mean? Like, y'all get what I'm saying. I've been in that situation. And I've also been in a situation where, I'm going to be honest with you guys, this happened to me at my second duty station, where I was drinking and I got so drunk that I blacked out. And I kid you guys, and I never told nobody this. Wow, I'm not finna start crying. I was drinking and I blacked out, and I woke up and I was naked. And it's like, who do you blame for those kind of things? Like, you can't blame. Like, I could have easily, you know, called rape. But I let myself get so intoxicated to the point where I didn't remember. I was that drunk. Like, it's like that. Like, y'all might not want to admit it, but we done all been drunk before we wake up like, damn, what the fuck happened last night? That happened to me in Germany. So my advice to the young women that live in the barracks, or don't live in the barracks, really don't matter where you live, but my advice to you guys would be, just be careful who you drink around. That's number one, right? And I don't say that to say like it's something that you did for somebody to rape you or sexually assault you. It's never the victim's fault, like ever. But one thing I learned while, you know, being in the military and being someone that lived in the barracks for so long and being someone that likes to drink and being someone that works with predominantly males, like I've been the only female for a long time. We just got a female soldier the other day. Being the only female, you kind of want to feel accepted. Like me, I don't have to want to feel it. I'm damn near a tomboy, so people just naturally gravitate towards me. But when I first got to my duty station, I wanted to feel liked. My first duty station was Fort Campbell, Kentucky. And if you guys don't know, that's predominantly white. It is. I don't want to admit it, but it is. And I felt like I wanted to be liked. Like, I'm new. Like, I want people to like me, right? Nothing happened to me there, though. Like, I didn't get raped in the barracks or nothing like that. But I can kind of see how it trickles down and how, like, these events occur. I see how, right? So, when it comes to Sharp, right? Of course, they want you guys to report the incident. In my opinion, I would say report the incident. Let me tell you what happened when I got to Fort Hood. When I got to Fort Hood, I don't think I've ever told you this. When I got to Fort Hood, y'all, I was in my unit for about a week. I was in my unit for about a couple days, right? This young man approached me, right? And let me tell y'all, I get to my duty state, I get to Fort Hood, and I'm the only female mechanic. It happens every fucking time. And I hate working in the motor pool because of just the environment of the motor pool. That's a different, that's a whole different topic for another day. But I get to the motor pool, you guys, and there's this soldier, and he comes up to me and he's like, hey, Sarn, like, you look familiar. Let me go back though. As I come into the motor pool, female, not ugly, obviously, with a lot of followers. I already knew somebody was going to recognize me just because I have a lot of followers. And if you follow me on social media, you already kind of know, like, my body type. Like, you already know how I look in civilians. You feel me? So I'm going around talking to all the soldiers the same. Hey, you know, where you from? You plan on re-enlisting? You know, getting to know, like, what soldier plans on re-enlisting. Because I really do want to help. Like, I want to help you get promoted. Like, I'm telling y'all, in the motor pool, the environment is just not healthy. Like, it's really not. I don't care what nobody says. Unless you worked in a motor pool, the environment is not healthy, and you do feel like nobody got your back. So I come in, fresh E5. I'm gonna help these soldiers. So I started talking to this one soldier. I'm high as fuck right now, though. Let y'all know I am on my prescribed pills. So if you see me talking jittery, it's because I haven't took those pills in a while, and today was my first day taking them back again, and I'm a little jittery. But I get to my first duty session, whatever, talking to the dude. I'm not gonna say his name, and he's like, "Hey, sorry, like, you look so familiar." I'm like, "Oh, where? I look familiar. He's like, "You look familiar. You look like that girl from YouTube." I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." So we start talking, and he tells me like he doesn't plan on re-enlisting. Come to find out, he's not allowed to re-enlist, but that's a whole different story for a different day, bitch. So we talking whatever, and he's like, "Hey, like, can I get your Instagram?" So I'm like, "Sure." Like, this is a subby. I want you to understand. I'm not thinking of this soldier like, oh, this is just a soldier. I'm thinking like, oh, this is a subby. Like, not only are you one of the soldiers in the platoon, you're a big supporter of mine. Like, wow, like, I'm starting to feel more comfortable. Mind you, I've been in the platoon for 4 days. There's nothing for me to do, you guys. Like, I'm literally in the motor pool like this. Nothing for me to do. You feel me? So the soldier, I go ahead and I give the soldier my Instagram. Boom. This was Friday. Remember I told you I had been there for like 4 days? This was like a Friday. Then we have final out formation. This was before formation. So after we have formation, I go home, whatever. It's like nighttime, and I look at my phone, and I get like a message request. You guys know I have a lot of followers. There's a little portion on Instagram that says like 99 plus message request. So I click the message request, and this was a fake profile. But you guys, I'm not stupid. Like, just listen to this. Oh my God, my battery dying, bitch. What? My fault, y'all. My camera died. So like I was saying, I don't remember what part I was at, but so I get a message from this fake page, right? It had no profile picture and the Instagram name was like weird, and it had like multiple letters. So like if my name is Jasmine, the name had like multiple of the same letters, right? So the person wrote me and basically was like, "Hey, you know this person?" Speaking of the soldier that asked me for my Instagram. So I'm like, "Yeah," and the person was basically saying like this, like, "Oh, this person, hit that person up. He wants to lick," oh God, I want to be vulgar. "He wants to lick down there," like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let him go eat you out. So I'm like, huh? Like, this can't be like a girl gossiping. This has to be the person. The person goes and sends me a video. Now, you guys know on Instagram, once you click the video and you like go through, it's kind of like Snapchat. Once you click the video and go through it, you can't go back to the video. Like, it goes away. You guys know that, right? Of course y'all know that. So I get a video, and it is of the soldier beating off. Now, I'm gonna be honest, you guys, I do get those kind of like weird people sending me their photos and stuff just because I have so many followers, like just because of that, right? So when that happened, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, because there's a high chance that this person may be watching this video, the person that I'm referring to. I never felt so disrespected in my life. Not only, I don't even know where to start, bitch. I feel like it would have been different if I would have flirted with the person, or if the person would have been like, "Hey, like, I know you're new to the unit. I think you're attractive. I want to take you on a date." Like, I feel like the person should give you a chance for you to say no, not raw penis on my screen. You know what I mean? So I felt very disrespected, right? And I wasn't going to say anything. Be completely honest, I was not gonna say anything. I was like, "You know what, Jazz, like, this is just a young soldier, like, he just lost." Then I was like, hold on, you a private, I'm an NCO. Why do you feel like this is okay? First of all, you brave as hell. Second of all, you rude as hell for even doing that. So I thought to myself, I was like, "You know what, Jazz, like, you're not gonna, like, just don't say nothing." Because y'all know I'm from New York. I just, fuck it, like, whatever, I ain't gonna say nothing. I get to work. This is the Monday. I follow on Monday. And I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna say nothing. But then I really sat there in my car and I was like, what if we get a female soldier, right? And that, you see, that's the scenario I was telling you guys earlier. Because usually people that work together hang out together. At least in the motor pool they do. Especially if you live in the barracks. People usually like flock towards the people that they know. I was like, what if we get a female soldier? And this soldier gets drunk. She's hanging out with them, with the soldiers live in the barracks, soldiers in the motor pool. And she gets drunk and something happens to her. and she speaks up. Like, how would I feel if I could have said something and I didn't say nothing? You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? I may not have enough sufficient evidence, but I'm just going to say something. So I told my platoon sergeant, and he was like, well, you know, we can't really do nothing. And I was like, okay, well, at least I said something. It felt good for me to get it off my chest. And then when the soldier would be around, it would make me feel very weird, you guys. Like, I would feel like, not like a piece of meat, but I just felt very disrespected. Like, I don't know what it was. It's something about the person sending me that just made me feel very disgusting and very disrespected, right? So I told my platoon sergeant, he was like, yeah, nothing you could do. I said, okay. Well, at least I said something. I feel good that I did my part and I spoke up. So we had a female, I think she was a sergeant first class, and she was a clerk. If you guys know what a clerk is, they work in the motor pool, but they are not mechanics. They do the paperwork, the dispatches, 5098s, all that shit, order parts, whatever. So that was that. So I'm talking to her about the situation, and she was like, hell no. She was like, you know, we need to go talk to the sharp people. And I'm like, oh shit, like what? Like, I'm really getting nervous because I'm like, I don't want the person to get in trouble. And I think that's another issue too, is like kind of having that guilt. Like, I really don't want this person to get in trouble. I don't want to mess up this person's career or whatever. You know what I mean? But regardless of that, what the person did was wrong. Boom. So we go to the damn sharp lady. I'm talking to her, and she's like, yeah, no, that's unacceptable. And I'm just sitting here like, damn, I really wasn't going to say nothing. Like, y'all are really going really hard for this situation, and I wasn't going to say nothing. So they basically was asking me like, hey, like, do you mind giving up your phone to CID? CID is the Criminal Investigation Department. Do you mind giving up your phone to the MPs? I'm like, yeah, absolutely don't mind giving up my phone. You feel me? So I'm like, boom, whatever, y'all can take my phone. So they start an investigation, and they ask me, do you want to be moved? Now, I want y'all to understand, I'm fresh to Fort Hood, right? Vanessa Guillen situation was, not situation, the Vanessa Guillen case, everything, like everything was still new. They didn't name the gate after her yet. So like, y'all already know how I feel about Vanessa Guillen. Like, I feel like a lot of people, there's a lot of rumors going around about that situation, but I feel like a lot of us women, as much as some women don't want to admit it, we literally are Vanessa Guillen. Like, that could be us. Like, I don't know why people act like that can't be us. Like, we're invincible. Literally, what happened to her can happen to any one of us. So, when I say I am Vanessa Guillen, it just basically means, like, I sympathize with her. Like, she just, I don't know how to explain it. But y'all get what I'm saying. Like, that could literally be any of us at any given time. So I was like, shit, do I want to be moved? I'm like, damn, work kind of boring. It's nothing to do at work. I don't got to lift a finger. Regardless of me not having to lift a finger, which I do now, but before, you know, first thing new, yeah, it was nothing to do there. How was I going to feel going to work every day and having to see this person? And on top of that, well, really, that was the main important part for me, just because you guys know, I hate working in a motor pool. I'm the new person. Nobody was fucking talking to me. It was only like one NCO that came and introduced herself to me. Like, literally, the other NCOs just looked at me like, no introduction, nothing, like nothing. And then on top of me being the only female, I just felt weird, and not a good way. I did not feel comfortable at all. Like, I would sit in my car and cry. You guys, I don't even think, y'all need to go back and watch my vlogs. I would literally sit in my car and fucking cry. Like, God, please get me out of this situation. Like, I'll do anything. Like, I will be a janitor. I'll fucking clean, cook. I don't care. Like, please get me out of this motor pool. So, yeah. So she asked me if I wanted to be moved. So I said yes, and I was moved. And I am back in the unit where that incident happened. I am back now. That soldier is gone. Ironically, you guys, let me tell you what happened to my case. So apparently they said the MPs and CID didn't want to take my case, right? So just hearing that kind of made me feel shitty, because I'm like, I kind of felt as if no one believed me, right? And that's how you don't want, ooh, I don't try to see my dirty ass background. You never want a female or a male or the victim or whoever the fuck it is. You never want that person to feel like no one believes them, because if it, God forbid, something happens, they'll never speak up again, right? So I told the sharp lady, she's, oh my God, you guys, the best fucking sharp lady in the whole wide world. Like, I love her so much. So I told her, like, hey, you know, this is how I feel. Like, I just feel like the girl who cried wolf. And then she assured me, I can't tell you guys the details on how she assured me, but she assured me, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. She looked at me in my face and said, I'm gonna be honest with you. You are not the only person. We got the same case with a different person. Same MO. I think it's called MO. Same everything. Social media, everything. And this person actually has a rape charge. So when I heard that, I kind of felt relieved because I'm like, whew, like, okay, they know that I'm not lying. I have no reason to lie. Like, what the fuck would I have to lie for? You know what I mean? So that experience really made me look at the Sharp program in a better light. What the fuck? Yeah, so that experience made me look at the Sharp program in a better light, you guys, because they really do try. It's really not the Sharp program that's bad. It's more so the people that they put in place, because if they're caring or not. That's really what it is for real. So I definitely encourage all victims to speak up, you guys. It is hard on you. It does take a mental toll on you to speak up because you don't want people to like look down on you. And then another thing, right? So let me tell y'all the tea. So when I was moved to Division Public Affairs, right? I was so happy, and I was like, I got moved to another motor pool, then I got moved to Division Public Affairs, right? So I talked to my battalion commander, and she was like, you know, like, don't worry about it. You'll never have to go back to the motor pool. Like, you good. Like, we'll never move you back. Girl, they moved my ass right back to the motor pool, right? Which, I mean, obviously, it's my MOS. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not upset about that or nothing. But I just feel like if someone... I feel like I should have stayed where I was moved to, in a sense, because now I was forced to go back to a motor pool where like people knew the situation, you know, and I didn't want soldiers to like come around me and have to walk on eggshells like, oh, we can't crack jokes from our prophet. She gonna sharp us, you know, like you really, people don't understand how speaking up feels until they have to do it. Like we have these sharp classes and everybody's like, oh, another sharp class, another sharp class. Yeah. Have you never been sexually assaulted or sexually harassed? Like, I'm fucking confused. You know what I mean? So people don't sympathize, honestly. People don't sympathize. They really don't give a shit until they are in your shoes, literally. That's the vibe that I definitely get. So for me, I would say for the ladies, the young women that's watching this video, really make sure that you have somebody that you trust. Don't drink around your homeboys. I don't care if it's your best friend, your battle buddy. Oh, he got my back. I'm really not even, like, y'all just gonna have to take what I say with a grain of salt. Because I don't think y'all should be drinking around the opposite sex unless you know 100% you are interested in this person and you want to, you know, sleep with the person or chill with the person or kissing the person or whatever. Because once you get drunk to, like, past that point, there's a chance that you won't remember, number one. But sometimes you can get drunk and because you're lit, you want to have sex with that person or you want to kiss that person or hug that person or touch on that person. But then when you sober up, you're like, damn, like, I don't really remember that. But when you were drunk, you wanted to do it. You get what I'm saying? So don't fully and always put the blame on the other person. You also have to take accountability of your actions. And I'm saying that as someone that has been a victim of sexual assault and sexual harassment, like, damn near my whole life. Like, I literally... Nope, I'm not gonna tell y'all. But I mean, like, it has happened, and people think that it can just happen with a stranger. No, it could be your platoon sergeant, it could be your fucking first sergeant, it could be somebody with rank, and you're like, damn, he cute, and you know what I'm saying? Because he got rank, you feel like you're gonna bust it over. That's people taking advantage of you. Like, the shit happens. It don't just have to be a stranger. It could be somebody you know. You could actively be having sex with someone and say stop, and the motherfucker will keep on going. Like, that happened to me before. Like, I was like crying, like telling the person to stop, and the person didn't stop. So like, don't always assume that sexual assault or not the harassment, but sexual assault is just like, oh, I got drunk and I woke up and I was naked and he raped me. Like, there is way more to it. There's way more to it, and there's factors that go into it. So that is just what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Sexual assault in the military. I don't know, what else can I say? I don't feel like it's okay if a person files a sharp complaint on someone, that person should never have to see that person again. Even with an MPO. So an MPO is a military protection order. It's basically, I'm pretty sure it's the commander that puts it in place, and they say, hey, you can't be near this person at this time or whatever until whatever. I I don't think y'all understand, because I have never talked about that situation. But I don't think y'all understand. I'm not just speaking for this sexual harassment situation. I'm talking for sexual assault as well. I don't think y'all understand the feeling of reporting someone and then feeling relieved, like, oh, I'm happy I got that off my chest. And then you have to see them again. And I feel like that's what, when these domestic violence situations happen, or when people get killed by their lover or by someone that was stalking them, obsessed with them, it's like y'all really don't care until something happens. Like, oh yeah, we got an MPO in place, like they'll be all right. Okay, how you know I'm not gonna see him in the PX? How you know he's not gonna shoot me in the parking lot? Like, you never know, you know what I mean? So I wish that there was more protective measures for victims or people that speak out. That's what I wish. But what the hell do I know? I don't know shit. But yeah, you guys, comment down below. Let me know, what are you guys' experience with Sharp, with sexual assault, sexual harassment, and do you guys trust the Sharp program? Like, do y'all trust the program, or y'all just gave up? Like, man, fuck it, I ain't finna say nothing because these people don't care. Let me know what y'all think. Me personally, I trust the program, and I really just think it depends on who is put in those places, or who's placed in those positions. It really just depends on that. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people think that like sexual assault and sexual harassment only happens to women. It happens to men too, but men don't really speak out because they don't want to come off gay. But it really happens though, like, y'all, it really happens. And I really encourage everyone to speak out, no matter how embarrassing it may be or how little you may feel, because I've been there. Like I told you, I've been there plenty of times, with people that I've known, like I personally knew, and people that I didn't know. So I've been there before, you guys. You guys are not alone. Don't be afraid to speak out. If you want to speak out and you just don't want to do like a case, I guess that's what it's called. Yeah, a case. Just do a restricted report. Like, just talk to somebody, because I'm telling you, if you keep that shit on your mind, you're gonna be fucked up like me. Like, you're gonna be fucked up. Like, there's even moments where like, even like with my significant other, it'd be moments where I'd be like, just like, don't touch me. Like, sometimes I just get like, not PTSD, but like, don't fucking touch me. Hopefully what I'm saying makes sense. But yeah, so that's it for today's video about sexual assault. If you guys want to add anything, don't be afraid to comment down below. Let me know. I'm super high right now, so I'm gonna get out of y'all face. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in my next video.